Hi, folks, and welcome to another Leaf After Chat. I am JP Atkins, and I'm here with Ted. It's just me and him today, and just want to kind of give you some thoughts and some of my perspective, and see some of your perspective on what's going on and how what you thought of today's epic event belief. For me, I believe it was a beautiful thing. Speaking of love, and the first story was, I believe, just gorgeous. You may see that it just taught us that love isn't necessarily about what you can do for each other or being there in the way that they are. Um, it's about a connection that's deeper than the physical bodies. Um, and the second story really kind of correlates with that and the idea of soulmates, being two souls that are now one and trying to find that other soul. What are your thoughts on those? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts today. Um, I believe that we're all connected. I just having left a relationship that I have, it's hard for me to be in that space of togetherness at the moment. Um, I believe people come into your lives, our lives, for a purpose, for a reason, and it really does show. You never know how long they're going to be there. Um, I left a major relationship about at the beginning of the year. I was with um, this person for the last 6 years, and there were so many great and wonderful things about it, and so many things that just weren't right. And now that he's gone, it's hard sometimes. I see it's hard. It's hard for me to trust again. Um, it's hard for me to open up again. So I'm working on me. That's the only thing I could do. I can work on me and make me the best person and the best match for who it is that we seek. I believe that we bring people into our lives that are on the same level that we are. If you see nasty, evil people around yourself um, in your existence all the time, you should look at what it is that you are sending out, what you are thinking, and what you're feeling. Um, because it might be what you're sending out. It's just this nastiness. And the more loving and caring and happy and carefree we are, you seem to find that these people show up in our relationships, in our everyday life, in our existence. So, try that today. Try that this week and go through and see yourself as a channel for opening up the life you want, and bringing the people in that you want to have in your life. When we were talking about the religions, um, I believe was absolutely gorgeous. One of the things that was said when he was doing the hijab was that he could feel the energy on his tongue. Have you ever been in that kind of situation where you can feel the energy? Um, I once, when I first found my spiritual home, the Spiritual Life Center in Ferndale, and when I first walked in there, I walked out of there and I was crying. I finally found a place that I belonged, and I really believed what they believed. And I feel that we all search for that set of belonging, whether it's within a relationship or within a community. And it's one of the stories that we keep hearing, worthiness, wholeness. And one of the first things that was said in that first meeting, I'm not sure if it was during meditation or during the talk, but it was, John had said, "You are perfect, whole, and complete, just as you are." And I don't think anyone has ever said that to me. Um, and it was powerful. It was powerful. It was powerful words. And I believe that we are perfect, whole, and complete as we are. We are creators of our destiny. And I have come to believe that amazing things are available. And if we stopped hating things and stopped rallying against things and started rallying for things, it's amazing. A couple things that came out to me. Let me check my notes off the top of my head. That was what was off the top of my head. Love is what binds everything together. And that's very true. If you believe God is love, as many Christians do, and many Muslims and Jews, God is love. It says that all over the Bible. It says that all over the Torah, and it says that all over the Quran. God is love. And if you believe that, and start from there, start from that space of love and relationship and caring for the people around you and seeing that as your first and foremost call, your first and foremost duty is to care for that person, care for those around you, to love your neighbor, to love those who may persecute you, and just send love. They have their own fears, they have their own life they are looking at, and they are just as afraid as you are. They're just as afraid. No one has a manual. We didn't come with a manual. Parents didn't have one. They did the best they could with what they had. And it's our job to reconcile what that means in our lives, from being a devastation to being what motivates us to be better, to be one with each other, with the universe, with our higher power, whatever that looks like to you. And I see people reaching across lines here in the U.S. It's Democrat and Republican, and really seeing how conflicted and twisted everyone's words get. Right now, the Democrats were in the middle of all the craziness of elections for president next year. And what we're seeing on the Democratic side so far is that no one is slamming each other. They're really trying diligently to not run bad campaigns, attack campaigns. And if that continues, that'll be amazing. And I think that'd be wonderful. But how many times in our lives do we run attack campaigns against other people? Even quietly. This person, so and so is doing this. So and so thinks this. And instead of just accepting that it is, then it may not be our issue. Is it ours to take? Maybe a good question to ask. So these are just some thoughts I have. I believe that we can make a better world by reaching out to one another and showing love and compassion and more understanding. And I really thank Oprah and her team for creating this wonderful platform that we are on, that we can watch, and that we are seeing how much more alike we are. Join me at the Spiritual Life Center at spiritualdetroit.com. I will be there this Sunday. I will be singing something. I'm not sure exactly what, along with John's wonderful message on the 12 steps of recovery and how they can apply to people that may not be addicted. I believe Susan Considine is speaking this week also, and she is a phenomenal teacher. I think that it would be wonderful for her to be there, for you to see. If you can't catch it live, if you're not local here in Detroit, go to spiritualdetroit.com and you can check it there. Also, here on the Design Your Life blog, I'm always here writing things, wonderful tips from my life, from what I'm learning, what I'm going through, and how this journey, how I'm helping people by sharing my journey, and my lessons, and the lessons I learned, and the lessons I am learning and trying to put into practice, and the things that are working, not working, maybe working, and trying to make the world a little better one day at a time. So thank you all. Thank you for watching, and you are all loved. I will see you soon.